Yeah, feels like this one is hitting the spot. Yeah, that's probably... There's something here. Alright, so just finished my morning routine and I decided I'll be a little bit more practical today and I'll actually go through some exercises from this book. No Bad Parts is so complex. This whole IFS system, internal family system, so complex, but it's so good. And I feel like if I want to get anything out of it, really, I need to actually do some of the exercises. I tried it a couple of times, but most of what I've done disappeared. I forgot a lot of it. And so I decided today I'll do a couple of things. First of all, I'll get a dedicated parts notebook, journal. I'm going to keep here everything that relates to my parts. Which ones I find that I didn't know exist. How did they feel last time? How are they feeling this time? I'm going to try and build something out of this. Then I'll have to start doing these exercises regularly. Because in order to find all of these guys, the different noams that I locked somewhere, I need to actually go searching for them. Like a friend told me yesterday, I need to bring a flashlight and go find some of the noms. So that's what I'll do now. I'll start trying to find some of them, record them in the notebook and in the journal, and then continue with my day. Let's go. Post-editing nom here. I thought it'll be a good idea to try and explain what's going on in the exercise as you see me getting emotional in the video. The exercise goes as follows. I had to start with a thought or a feeling, something that's on my mind, and see where it takes me. See what sensations are correlated with it. Listen to my body, listen to where on or around my body I feel something. Focus on that feeling until a part comes up. And so I start by focusing on sensations I've had and certain parts come up. As I notice this part, I draw it onto paper. So I need to represent it somehow. Once it's represented, I keep focusing on the same sensation until another part joins in. Another part comes up. Then I draw that one as well. And I keep going this way until I have a whole system mapped out. What the hell? Okay. I'll try to calm down a little bit. And then I'll try to speak a little bit more about this. Man, I'm shaky. My legs, my arms, everything. That's been a pretty intense experience. Oof, that's been super intense. I'll calm everything down a little bit and then I'll try to speak about this a little bit and explain what just happened. Yeah, a few minutes, a few moments. Man, my voice is practically gone. What is this? Okay, so this is what I drew. I'll try to go over this in a moment. Oh, can't speak. Okay. Okay, so I'm trying to speak now, but this doesn't really seem to work. I start and I blabber a little bit, but then I get lost in, I don't even know where I'm heading. I just feel completely overwhelmed and not here at the moment. What an experience. Holy moly. I can't explain how that feels. I can't remember the last time I was moving between joy and sadness and fear like this. Right now I experienced some really strong emotions, and that was kind of freaky for me. I'm still all shaky, both hands, feet, everything feels like it's kind of oh, that's weird. I was supposed to be mapping some of my parts. I was supposed to be simply getting to know some parts of mine. And I guess I did that, but that was way more intense than that. And as I was doing this, I already tried to implement some things I learned throughout the book. So the exercise begins with, simply suggests that you think of something. In the book he calls it a trailhead. It's something you start with, and from there it progresses to different things. A thought, a feeling, anything. A sensation. I started with Denmark. So For years now, I've been wanting to move to Denmark. I have a Danish passport. My grandmother lives in Denmark. I would go there on a yearly basis with my family ever since I was young. It's kind of my happy place. Denmark, and specifically where my grandmother used to live, is kind of my happy place, mine and my family's. And I've just always wanted to move there. I never loved my country, never loved Israel too much, and Denmark was always the place I wanted to go to. So I thought, okay, right now, it kind of bothers me with the decisions I make. So I'm starting some businessy stuff, and I'm thinking of renting a place again, going out of my parents' place again. And so thinking whether I do it here or Denmark really messes up with my decisions. And so it's very charged for me. And I thought, okay, let's start with that. Let's start with Denmark. First thing I noticed then is the first drawing was I felt a sensation in my breathing, specifically through my nose. So I had some pictures in mind from when you leave the train, when you get there, from the airport, so on the sleeve as you get on the plane, or off the plane more correctly. I had some pictures of like big open spaces and like just having a really nice relieving cold breath through my nose. So it started with that was the first drawing. That just kind of made me feel happy and relieved, but nothing much aside from that. It was as I was going through places and different spots in Denmark in my head, I got to the lake. There was this one point at the lake where we used to go to, and there suddenly I started to suffocate a little bit. That was a bit weird. Something about my stomach, kind of stomach to my throat, the bottom of my throat, started to feel like it's I don't know, it's suffocating me. Not like I'm being suffocated, but like I'm preventing myself from doing something. And as I was visualizing this place, the place on the lake, I was suddenly seeing myself getting this feeling like I'm in a cage or something. Like there's something in me that prevents me from getting closer. And almost like my family, my mother, my father, my sisters, my grandmother, like they're getting to the lake, and I'm kind of trying to reach or something, but something in me, what the hell is this? Something in me is kind of blocking me, preventing me from doing this. I can't really understand what part this is, but some sort of a cage. From there, it moved to this. So my grandmother's house there used to be amazing. It had this big garden around it that she and her sister, they lived there together. They used to constantly take care of it. It was big, a bunch of grass, a lot of. There was this cabin in there, a nice apple tree, big garden. We used to spend time around that. From the lake and being in this weird cage, I don't know how I moved there, but suddenly I was in my grandmother's garden. I remember, so now it was something like the feeling of the grass on my feet, so like I'm barefoot, feeling that, but also, I was there on the table now with my eyes closed. I just kind of felt like I was a kid. That's weird. That's a difficult thing to describe, but it's like I felt like my limbs were super short, like I was super close to the table, so I was sitting there with my hands on the table and was just feeling like I'm a child sitting on the table. Weird. And running around my grandmother's garden, I felt like I was short, like I was very small, and I was going around, and the whole grass thing, apple tree, interesting. But I remember it was mostly like running around, so like playfully running around the garden. That made me super happy as well. But yeah, my limbs felt short, like small, and very lightweight. Man, I'm getting all shaky again. What the fuck is this? Okay. Okay, garden, running around, lightweight, light limbs and stuff. Yeah. From there, it moved back into the house. So I think, I don't know, someone called me or something like this. Into the house. We used to watch TV at my grandmother's place. The setup was this kind of sofa. TV is in front, and there's a small table. And now when I was going through it in my head, for some reason I couldn't feel spacious there. So I was feeling like I was kind of locked in it. I felt like I was way too big for this whole environment, like too tall, too big, kind of stuck in it. Felt like clumsy, like wooden. I don't know, hard to explain. Like felt stiff and too big and too uncomfortable, but also kind of felt like I was trying not to enter anybody's space. So it's my entire family there, right, sitting on the sofa, and for some reason I felt like my wooden, clumsy, uncomfortable self was trying to stay in his own box, trying to stay like in my place and not bother anyone. Interesting. That didn't feel good whatsoever. That got me pretty sad. Yeah, that made me pretty sad. Maybe I was tearing up there already a little bit. I can't remember. But that was pretty intense as well. Made me feel pretty sad. Afterwards, I was thinking of myself with my ex now. So me and my ex visited Denmark recently, maybe half a year ago. And as I was going through these experiences there, again, this whole thing is just kind of a roller coaster. It moved from, it moves associations, like from one thing and jumps to the other. And then I notice how I feel and where I am on my body and what kind of sensations I'm feeling. So I was with my ex in Denmark going through Tivoli. It's this nice gardens there in a park, a theme park, and yeah, great place. And was just kind of traveling around Denmark, showing it to her. But it felt like I was watching it from above. So if a second ago I was being a child and I felt like in my head like I was short and small, like I was very close to the table, so closed eyes and all of that, but I felt like I was very close to the table. Now it was the complete reverse. Suddenly I felt like my arms are super distant from me, like I'm looking at the table not only from far away but also from above. So closed eyes, it didn't feel like the table was just, in front of me, but it was like in front of me. That was weird. Like I was looking at the table from above it. Man, I feel crazy. What is this? What a book, honestly. What the hell? I don't know. I didn't feel much about this. I don't remember feeling very emotional or anything about this. It was very distant and from above. Last one, that was bizarre. That's where everybody maybe all of my parts, maybe I call them everybody from now, but that's where everything started getting overwhelming. So I don't understand this one too much, but I was feeling like I was going through there's a city called Lungbu. We used to go there often. Shops and stores and just a very nice city. We would visit it often. So I just visualized myself eating some street food there with my family and all of that, but I felt very heavy, like something is on my neck, like I was slumped down and kind of slowly slumping down more. And also my arms, like something was pushing me inwards and down, like something was just heavy on me and pushing me towards my kind of center and looking at the floor, just looking at the pavement and looking at the floor. That was kind of sad to begin with, but that was okay. And as I was trying to discuss with this guy, with this dude, then heavy stuff started to happen. So I was thinking of walking this way. Everything is heavy. There's something on me. I feel very like I'm dragging my feet. Then I thought, okay, who am I with? And I tried to maybe grab my mother's arm or something and look at her, but I couldn't really do it. Couldn't lift my head. Couldn't look at anyone. That made me sad and kind of weirded out by it as well. When eventually oh no, wait a second. Then I asked myself, what am I scared of? So what am I trying to prevent? I thought maybe there's like a protector. There's a part of me there maybe that prevents me from looking at people, or like looking up or looking forward. I don't know. And so I tried to ask, what am I scared of? Didn't really get an answer, but this part kind of moved aside. And as I kind of looked up, I just saw my mother, and she was super terrified, super scared or shocked. She was just kind of looking at me with a face that got me super scared. So I was sitting here now, absolutely terrified myself, just kind of feeling what the fuck have I done? What the hell? I don't remember anything like that, by the way. It's not a memory or something. It's just something I felt now. But yeah, she was really, really, really scared. Just kept this terrified look at me. I feel like maybe scared for my safety, maybe scared for my well-being or something like this, but really, being really scared. I just felt like I was scaring her. That was really heavy, really hard. I really started crying there. And this guy just went back to looking down and being kind of slumped and heavy, and everything is on me. Everything is on me. Interesting. But then eventually I tried to help this guy. I kept asking questions. So I kept asking, what is this weight? If I feel like I'm a burden to others. And then it connected to some different images I had from the past. But I think that's kind of the biggest one I got to. I think I felt like this small guy, this little Noam, I think it was kind of out there in the street, feeling everything is heavy, everything is on him, looking at the floor, just being very scared to be a burden. To be a burden to the people around him. Yeah, it feels like this one is hitting the spot. Yeah, that's probably... There's something here. But then a good thing happened. Modern day Noam, so me today with my wife beater and everything. Wife beater and my stash, my small stash. I approached this mall feeling like he's burdening everyone. Noam. I reached my hand and just kind of smiled to him and promised to him that it's all good. I asked him where he wants to go, and he wanted to go to my grandmother's garden, so the grass on my feet and all of that, and yeah, I just kind of feel like I brought him there. Somehow the weight from his limbs kind of disappeared a little bit, and yeah, he started running around the grass again. That was interesting. I got the biggest smile there. I started laughing a little bit. Felt like a maniac now. What a weird experience. What a great concept. This whole book is just so beautiful. Seriously. But yeah, little Noam got back to the garden. I was looking at him. He was running around, being kind of playful again. Limbs became kind of light again, and the whole pressure from the neck disappeared again. Yeah, and I think at the end he went back inside. Food was ready or something. He was on the sofa and was not really scared of getting into anyone's space. It's almost like I tried to put the weight back on him, but I couldn't really. He was just running around and was too kind of playful and free for it. Just kind of, he didn't take the weight again. That's it. I finished there. It was intense. I feel like I could probably have dug a little bit more and found some more things, but that was heavy as is, and I feel like I learned a ton from this. I'll have to go and write all of this in my new journal, my parts journal, because this was very interesting. And we'll see. I'll try to revisit these guys sometime soon and see what's going on there. What an eye-opening experience. This is crazy. This book is phenomenal. This concept, more than the book, phenomenal. This has been so much. I've been recording for so long. This is the most emotional I've gotten in a while. I have no clue how I'm going to edit this. And honestly, for someone who's very open about everything, and who's constantly preaching about how I can share everything and I'm not scared that anyone will see this and that, this is kind of scary for me. Hopefully I actually upload this eventually. Hopefully Editing Noam is going to upload all of this and make something good out of this. But that's been an intense morning. Good stuff. I'm happy I did this. Even if I don't upload this, this has been a super meaningful experience, and I can keep it for myself, worst case. Nah, you idiot. Upload it. It's good. Motivate other people to do stuff like that as well. Dig in your own heavy shit and show the world it's all good. It's all good. The goods and the bads, the heavies and the less heavies. Good. Good book.